Some of you are not aware that I actually offer a free email lesson every week. And so if you're not subscribed to the email portion of what I do, you don't get that lesson. It's a free video lesson or audio lesson with a PDF download of the sheet music. So following this is this past week's email lesson, just to give you a taste of what we actually do in there. Okay, it's a full lesson, like 10, 15 minutes with sheet music. Follow the link below and you can find the sheet music. You can also follow the link below that, and you can sign up for these free email lessons if you're not already signed up for them. They're called These Lessons Don't Suck because, hey, these lessons don't suck. I hope you enjoy it. It's a lesson on a groove in 5/8, how to take it at beginner, intermediate, and then take it to a little bit more advanced level so you can actually function in 5/8. So on this week's installment of These Lessons Don't Suck, we're going to be looking at a groove in 5/8, how to play it, how to function in it. Now, you kind of get to relax me. I just came in the studio just simply to do this and kind of knock it out for you guys, give you something to work on over the weekend. Last week was amazing. You guys have been giving me tons of fantastic feedback about the bass drum boot camp. I'm hearing nothing but good things, and that's what I want to hear. I'm hearing people just working on it, committing to doing it every day. That's what I want to hear. If you want to look at it, you can go check it out on my website. There's a link right beside here. If not, just enjoy this lesson. Look, we're going to be looking at 5/8. And one of the things about it is getting comfortable to playing in 5/8, okay? So we're going to be looking at a beginner, just the groove, basically. Then we're going to be looking at more of an advanced thing where we have a couple of ostinatos going over the bar line, because this is going to be a 2-bar groove. And then we're going to be looking at what are a couple of fills we can do to start to get comfortable. So let's get down to the brass tacks here and how do you play this, all right? So on the beginner part of this groove, what we're going to be doing is 8th notes here, which means what? There's 5 in each measure because it's 5/8. So we're going to count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 2-bar loop here. The reason we make it a 2-bar loop is because for every other beat that your right hand hits, or left hand if you're left-handed, that your right hand hits, you're going to be hitting the hi-hat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's kind of hard, because on the second measure it reverses. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So first measure it's on 2 and 4. Second measure it's on 1, 3, and 5. All right, so that's why it's a 2-measure loop. What we're going to be doing with the rest of the hands, or excuse me, not the rest of the hands, the rest of the feet and hands, we're going to be looking at kind of filling in the 16th notes. All right, so the first hit you see on the snare, you'll see a couple of slashes there on the sheet music. That means to buzz that. If you see one slash, that would mean to play it like this. But since you see a couple of slashes, we're going to buzz that. All right, so we're going to buzz, so 1 E, and then 2, right here on the ride cymbal, the E of 2 on the kick drum, the E of 3 on the kick drum. That'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Past there, on 4, we have 4E accented on the snare, so that's going to be kind of our backbeat. And then we have 5 here on the kick and the E of 5 on the snare, ghosted. So all together, very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Adding the hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the beginner groove. If you do nothing else, get that down. Let's get comfortable playing in 5/8. Now, once you think you're a rock star and you got that down, we're going to change one thing. We're going to change the ostinato that's going on in the right hand. So that ostinato is going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to 1, 2, E3, 4, E5, 1, E2, 3, E4, 5, E. So 1, 2, E3, 4, E5, 1, E2, 3, E4, 5. So this ostinato is just going to be carried over. Now, just like this hi-hat, it's going to flip on that second measure. So 1, 2, E3, 4, E5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not so challenging until you add the upbeat hi-hat and you add the rest of the groove. So let's get this going first. So you're rocking that, no problem, you've got that. Okay, so once we get to where we can play a 5/8 groove, what do we do next? Well, next we're gonna need to take this and actually start to apply it. So to do that, we need to be able to do drum fills in it. So I've written out 2 very simple drum fills that you can do. So the first drum fill, we're gonna be playing the groove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, E5, crashing. And the thing you have to make sure is once you crash, you immediately start the groove. So goom, goom, doot, doot. You have to get those in there, okay? So very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Very simply applied. That's a very simple structured fill that you can start to add in there. Branch it out, take it around the toms if you'd like to. Now the next one we have, you can add sextuplets into this. All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da da goom. So it'd go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So real quickly, we have the beginner groove, a more intermediate version of that groove, and then the advanced portion of that groove where we're doing the groove, we do a simple drum fill, and then we're doing the groove again, we're doing more of a more complex drum fill, and you can take those and take them around the drum kit. Hopefully this will give you something to work on over the weekend. Download the sheet music. By all means, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at any time. And don't forget, check out the bass drum boot camp, as well as we have the We Can boot camp coming. This one was so popular that I've got another boot camp coming. Well, I'll just keep the downloads coming as long as you guys want them. So as always, I'm here if you need anything. We'll see ya.